Your goal is to always look for that next possible momentum. I call it MP, a momentum possibility. That's what your goal is. Always searching for that next MP. How can you find that next possible momentum? Let me tell you something. Now more than ever, there's never ever been a better time than to find that MP on social media. Listen, and I'm going to elaborate this on detail because I'm really passionate about social media. I love social media because it connects you with the world. And you know what's crazy? I mean, I'm not sure if most of you realize, but Nexarize, normally when companies launch, the way it works is the company gets formed and so on and so forth. They do a massive event, people attend that event and they quadruple in numbers. Think about this. Nexarize was launched over Zoom. That's how we launched. We've never had one physical event. And imagine we've done what we've done through Zoom. Do you know how much I wish we had this ETC 100 plus training in a room, in a venue? Do you know how much more we would be able to do? Imagine if myself, Asad and Liju were touring and we were in different countries doing events, getting in front of people, and you're seeing us over Zoom. Imagine if we had a real life launch event where we had thousands of people in a room and we were able to communicate with people. Just imagine if Nexarize has done well right now. Imagine where Nexarize could have been if we had not launched just on Zoom. We've literally launched our entire company in a pandemic on Zoom. Every event that we've done has been on Zoom. Tell me that I'm wrong. Our company successfully launched. We're doing multi-millions in revenue on a monthly basis right now, which is incredible. We've helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people earn residual income. You've seen it. We've rolled out many services. Right now, we're on 8 different products and services by February, which is literally not long to go now. We're going to be launching Tech by Nexarize. We're going to be launching Home Energy. We're going to be launching Broadband and Next Education. So by February, we're going to have 12 different products and services. We're launching energy for business and domestic customers in Norway. We're going to be rolling out more countries. We're going to be launching. And we've done all of this through what? Through Zoom. And if you think this has been impactful, imagine what we're going to do out of this pandemic. Listen, I cannot wait. I'm at home right now. I am itching. I wish I was in a venue somewhere. I mean, my entire wardrobe is filled with suits. I've not been able to wear a suit since last March. Does that make sense? I cannot wait to get back into what I know best. But listen to me carefully. We've done all of this through social media. Listen, if right now people weren't able to recruit on social media, Nexarize will probably not be in business. Do you know how many people we're signing up right now on a daily basis? Exceeds hundreds of people on a daily basis are joining the Nexarize opportunity. Now, I know no one's doing no events via venue. Every single person's doing where? Where are people finding people? Online and on social media. And that's what I want to cover with you to show you what's possible in social media. Now, here's one thing. Facts tell. So let's speak about the facts. So as of November 2020, the world's population is 7.6 billion people. Do you know right now, more than half of the world now uses social media? 3.8 billion people now have access or use social media. 4.57 billion people around the world now use the internet. And of those users, 346 million new users have come online just over the last 12 months. Even emerging markets or poor populations today are having access to the internet, and it's growing more than ever. I mean, where I'm from back home, 10 years ago, internet didn't even exist. Now I see my uncle on WhatsApp. WhatsApp calls me, from East Africa. It's incredible to see. And 346 million people a year are now are now having access to the internet. Facebook, 2.7 billion users. In 2016, they were 2 billion users. Now they're 2.7 billion users. So only in the last 4 years, 700 million people have started using Facebook in addition alone. Instagram, now 1 billion users. In 2016, they were 800 million. Extra 200 million users have now joined Instagram. LinkedIn, 500 million in 2016. Now 722 million users are now on LinkedIn. Snapchat, 249 million daily users every single day. Twitter, 321 million users. WhatsApp, 2 billion users use WhatsApp on a daily basis. Telegram, they just crossed 500 million users about a week and a half ago. Zoom, now over 200 plus million daily users. You know what's crazy about Zoom? They were on 10 million users before the pandemic started last year, March. 10 million. They're on 200 million, 190 million people have started using Zoom since the pandemic. They become $1 billion company. You know what's crazy about Zoom? That the government now are saying Zoom. Marks and Spencer's released an advert on radio where they're saying whether you're getting ready for a Zoom meeting or whether you're getting ready for a dinner at home, we've got you covered and we've got the right outfit for you. You know what's incredible about Zoom? You can look good on the top, but you can wear underpants on the bottom. Can anyone know what I'm talking about? You can literally go in a toilet, make your upper body look great and sit there and do a great presentation and connect with people. But now the question that most of you will have is, okay, Ahmed, it's great sharing all of this with us. Well, how do we utilize this? Well, listen, one thing about social media is this. No one can offend you through a chat. Well, no one can offend me through a chat. I speak for myself. Honestly speaking, I mean, I call myself a keyboard warrior. I can get on someone's DM and their message and whatever it is, I can message them and have not a single ounce of shyness or reluctance or hesitance in my body. I am absolutely confident in speaking to someone because why? Whatever they say ain't gonna really offend me. So how do you do this? Well, here's how you do this. Well, look, firstly, you have to understand more than ever, we all have something in common today, which is what? We all have one thing in common. We are all facing this global pandemic together. Reality, everyone's facing it. Everyone knows about COVID. Everyone knows the detrimental impacts it's had on the world. Everyone knows the impact it's had on the economy, and everyone knows the impact it's had on people. You see, ladies and gents, that's something we all have in common today. When you take a look at, let's say, people that own restaurants, imagine how unpredictable it must have been for them for the last year. Imagine fine dining restaurants. You can't just switch up your fine dining restaurant and say, all right, well, let's jump on Uber Eats and Deliveroo. No one's going to order on Deliveroo Gauchos or Nobu's or Novikov or these luxury restaurants. No one's going to, Duck and Waffle. No one's going to order Deliveroo of those kind of places. You want the whole experience. It comes with an experience. Imagine how those businesses must have felt. Imagine nightclubs. Since March, no one's allowed to access a nightclub. Imagine how nightclub owners feel today. And they were the ones, especially those luxury ones in central London, when the owners walk in and they thought, man, the world was under their feet. And today, imagine how they're feeling. Imagine people like barbers. The unpredictability. In fact, they've only been open for 5 months through the course of the entire pandemic. Imagine personal trainers or gym owners. 5 months through the whole pandemic. Do you agree with me more than ever that I promise you, this is no way, shape, or form as a means to exploit this, but is as a means or form to actually open people's eye to online business. Online business is no longer a luxury. It really is a necessity. People need an online business like this. But here's what you have to do. You have to have the backbone to speak to people. So please, take screenshots of what I'm about to show you. Write this down. Try it. And please, message me and tell me if this has worked for you or not. Even if I don't reply to you, just please message me. Even if I read it and I don't reply, I just want to know that if this has worked for you. Because I promise you, I've done what I'm about to share with you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. And I've recruited people personally into my network marketing business before owning a network marketing company. I've done this myself, so I know it works. So here's how it goes. Now more than ever, you have a commonality. So normally, what does our parents teach us? Don't speak to strangers. That's what you're taught when you're young. But listen, now more than ever, people have better friends online who were strangers than before the pandemic started. In fact, there's this app, and I forgot what the name of it is. Actually designed to introduce people. It's not no match, dating match thing. It's nothing like that whatsoever. It's actually an app that you can just connect when you're bored and speak to people from all around the world. People are doing that because a lot of people are suffering from anxiety, depression. People have lockdown fatigue now. It's the third lockdown. People are tired of it. Believe me, I mean, I remember the first lockdown. People were excited about the first lockdown. Yes, I can find it. You're telling me I can make money from home on furlough? You're kidding me. I've been wishing for this. That's what the first lockdown was like. I could spend time with my family. Now people have been at home for like months. They're tired. They're exhausted. Them and their spouse are probably bumping heads every time because they've seen each other so much. And familiarity, builds content. Can we agree? And I've seen how many marriages have broke down just because of this pandemic. How many people have lost friendships because they're in a bad mood and so on. So ladies and gents, now more than ever, people need someone to talk to long before even promoting a business. Remember that. Now that you've internalized that, take screenshots of what I'm about to share with you. So here's how it goes. Firstly, you can't just go in and just kind of give verbal diarrhea to everyone. You can't just go in and start saying, hey, I'm running a business and this and this and that and go straight into it. No, you cannot do that. You have to pace yourself. Take time to research the person. And here's how you do it. Go on their page, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Find out what that person is about. And I'm telling you, you will find what they're into. One thing I do, and you might call me a stalker, but here's one of the things I do. Let's say I find someone on Instagram. I hope that they have their real name. Sometimes people don't have their real name. They have usernames, etc. But let's hope that they have their real name. What I then do is I put their real name into Twitter. So I put their real name into LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn tells me what profession they're in. So let's say they're a chef. The way I would start that conversation is, hi, Lee, I hope all is well. Hey, listen, I noticed that you are a chef, and I just wanted to say congratulations. I just wanted to say well done, or I just wanted to say how you finding it during these tough times. I just wanted to say I hope everything finds you well. Whatever it is, ladies and gents, remember, I wanted to say something about it. Maybe they just graduated, or maybe they just got a diploma, or maybe they just got a new job. I just wanted to say congratulations. I just wanted to say how you finding it during these times. I just wanted to say whatever you wanted to say, add that in. And then you want to end off by saying, stay safe during these tough times. Now, listen to me carefully. What you now want to do is wait for their reply. Now, listen, don't just wait for a reply. Here's what you want to do. Listen to me carefully. I always did this when I was building my network marketing business. Here's what you want to do. You see, people may not see a direct message. They may not see a DM, but everyone sees a comment. Trust me when I say that. Do you know how many times I've seen people that DM me, and especially, I don't know, but if you're on Instagram and you may have a large following, etc., you may have hundreds of request messages. I've got hundreds of request messages, hundreds. And that's just loading. Look, just keep loading. And these are request messages. And these are probably just from the last 24 to 48 hours. Now, reality is, I'm not going to see that. I'm not going to have time to see that because they're just lost in the source. I want to stand out from the source. I want to make sure that I am the mushroom which is in the sauce that you're going to feel when it's in your mouth. That's what I want to do. So how do I do that? I would now send them a comment on one of their posts with an emoji. Hey, I just sent you a DM. Take a look. Smiley face. Trust me when I say they will definitely get a notification on their page and they will take a look, and the chances of them opening that message goes 10 times higher than rather than just direct messaging them. I'm telling you, always do this. Make sure that you send them a message, but also follow up with a comment. The amount of times people have done this to me, and because they've done this, I pay them attention because that shows me that they're hungry. Whether they're going to sell me something, that's not the point. Whether they're trying to get me to subscribe for a course, that's not the point. Whether they're trying to get me to sign up for network marketing, that's not the point. But the point is that they were more aggressive than everyone else that sent me a message. So always remember, when you send someone a message, the first message that I spoke about, always make sure that you send them a comment on one of their photos. Now, going back to what Mr. Asad Ali was saying, he said I was recruited on social media. That is absolutely true, because here's what happened. The gentleman I worked with, right? And I lost contact with him, and because what happened was he now left Marks and Spencer's. He now went to Manchester. He was living in Manchester with his family. He went there because means of living was much, much cheaper than London. So he moved to Manchester, and he was calling me, and I never ever replied or really paid him attention. But now what ended up happening was he now sent me a direct message. He commented on one of my posts, and he actually commented saying, brother, we need to talk. He said, brother, we need to talk. He said, contact me. Now, when he said that, that's when I realized to myself, and I said, man, I've got to connect with this person. And even though I lost contact with him for a long time, and we hadn't spoken for a long time, when he put that comment on my picture, because think about this, I ignored him. I swear, no word of a lie. It was just because I was really, really busy, Marks and Spencer's. I had ignored him for over 5 months. And he commented on a picture where I was working out, and I posted it on Facebook. He commented on it saying, brother, we need to talk. Until today, I have a screenshot of that comment. That comment on my picture made me say, you know what? This guy is serious. He's commenting on my Facebook picture. There must be something. And after 5 months, I decided to take a look at network marketing because he commented on my post. So remember, ladies and gents, open up the conversation, study, do a bit of research about them. I hope everything's well. I noticed you are a chef, or you are a mechanic, or you are a footballer, or you are whatever. Because today there's so much you can say about one's profession. I just wanted to say, how are you finding it during these tough times? I noticed you own the restaurant. How are you finding it during these tough times? And you want to end with, hey, listen, stay safe during these tough times. And send them a comment on what, on their photo. Now, here's what will happen. They will now reply. Now, this part, please screenshot this. Now, whatever that they reply, here's now how you want to respond. Be straight to the point. Say, hi, Tony. Hi, Lee. Reply back to their message. Their message might, might go along the lines of, yeah, things have been, hey, thanks for reaching out. Yeah, things have been tough. Restaurant business has been tough, etc., etc. Reply back to that. Oh man, I can only imagine how tough it must be. Whatever it is, reply back to that message. Now go straight to the point. Go straight to the point. And here's the best way to do it right now, I promise you, and this will work. If you send 10 a day, I promise you, you have at least 4 to 5 people that would be interested, that will give you time of day. So here's how it goes. The reason why I reached out to you is because I know during these tough times, many people are struggling financially. Now, this may resonate with you or not. But one thing I do know is we all need to be there for one another more than ever. Hey, listen, I'm teaching people right now how they can start working from home and earn additional income alongside with some of my mentors. Now, this may help, right? This may help or interest you or someone you know. But I do know we all need someone who really needs a breakthrough due to this pandemic. Listen, if this is of any interest to you, feel free to drop me a message. If not, ignore this. And I wish you nothing but the best. Listen, straightforward. It shows that you don't need that much. The other thing is you're saying it may resonate with you or not. Now, ladies and gents, this is just something that I literally put together. But what you can do, you can change this around and reword it so it fits like you. For example, if I'm, let's say, Terry, that might not fit with my character. You can tailor, but make it bespoke, whatever you want to do, spice it up, add some salt and pepper on it, no problem. Touch it up, no problem. But use this as a ball mark. I'm telling you, this will work. Now, walk with me for a moment. Imagine, just imagine, whilst you're at home, if you just message people 1 hour a day on different social media platforms, just 1 hour a day. Do you know how many messages like this you could just copy and paste every single day? Just imagine. Imagine how many people today that are on Instagram or on, Facebook or LinkedIn that are just literally doing nothing. I've never in my life, during my history of living in this world or being on social media, I've never seen so many people online today and available. Today, you reply to someone, you see seen straight away. You're like, man, everyone's online because people have nothing better to do. Now, we know this. Why not utilize it? Are we not selling a home-based business? Are we not selling an opportunity that you can speak to anyone at any time in any part of the UK and Scandinavia that we operate in, or where we're going to be opening up many, many more countries to come? Arise Academy being global, Lifestyle by Next Arise being global. Don't you think there's an opportunity out there for you to connect with many different people around the world? Absolutely. So that's what you've got to do, ladies and gents. Look, if you sent this to 10 people a day, listen, forget 5 months from now, forget a year from now, forget all of that stuff. Just 10 people a day. Do you know by next week, Sunday, you would have spoken to 70 different people? but just until next week, Sunday. 70 people. Now, let me just ask you a question. If you spoke to 70 people and you got 2 people to become your business partners or your customers, would it be worth your time? Absolutely yes. And that's what you've got to do, really speak to people. Here's one thing I do know. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If you speak to no one, you know how much money you make? You make nothing. So remember, ladies and gents, take time to really do this and spend time to connect with people. So in closing, I want to just come full circle to this. You see, ladies and gents, where we're going to take next, Arise, and I'm going to try to answer a few questions as well, if time permits. Yep. I think we'll have some time to probably just look at the chat box and see if we can answer some questions. But look, right now where Next Arise is going, it really is going to a whole new level. But this is the question that you have to, ask yourself. And this is something that you have to internalize. Listen, when you set the bar high, you lose the losers. When you set the bar low, you lose the winners. What every single one of you have to start doing now in your life, you have to level up. You have to start setting that bar high. And I'm talking about in every area of your life. Listen to me carefully. I believe there's 4 quadrants to your life, 4 areas to your life. Number 1, there's your family life, right? Family, very, very important. That's very, very important to all of us. There's your spirituality, God, your connection with God. Listen, if you don't believe in God, no problem. I'm not here to preach religion. But here's one thing I will tell you. Wherever you believe in, there has to be a spirituality component to a connection that you have, whether it's you meditate, whether you believe in God, wherever it is. Very, very important. Spirituality is another very important area of your life. The third area of your life is business, money, and so on and so forth. And the 4th area is health. And I cannot stress how important these areas of your life are. Especially one of the ones I want to just show you, because I think we covered a lot of ground in terms of a lot of people today, struggling with, problems such as anxiety or depression or not feeling good and so on and so forth. So here's one thing I want you to do. I just want every single one of you, every single day, try to fulfill or do one thing that would move one of those 4 quadrants forward every single day. I want you to do something every day that makes you healthier. I want you to do something every single day that helps to improve your family life. I want you to do something every day that improves your spiritual life. And I want you to do something every single day that drives your business forward. It's so, so important. And ladies and gents, remember, if you cannot help yourself, you can never, ever help someone else. Here's one thing I want to do. I want to just play a very, very short video. It's a 2-minute video. Please watch this video. And then I'm going to come back on and then we'll close out the call. Please take a look.
Exercise is the most transformative thing that you can do for your brain today. Number 1, it has immediate effects on your brain. A single workout that you do will immediately increase levels of neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and noradrenaline. My lab showed that a single workout can improve your ability to shift and focus attention, and that focus improvement will last for at least 2 hours. And finally, studies have shown that a single workout will improve your reaction times. Number 2, the most common finding in neuroscience studies looking at the effects of exercise, long-term exercise, is improved attention function dependent on your prefrontal cortex. You not only get better focus and attention, but the volume of the hippocampus increases as well. The most transformative thing that exercise will do is its protective effects on your brain. Here you can think about the brain like a muscle. The more you're working out, the bigger and stronger your hippocampus and prefrontal cortex gets. Why is that important? Because the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus are the 2 areas that are most susceptible to neurodegenerative diseases and normal cognitive decline in aging. So with increased exercise over your lifetime, you're not going to cure dementia or Alzheimer's disease. But what you're going to do is you're going to create the strongest, biggest hippocampus and prefrontal cortex. So it takes longer for these diseases to actually have an effect. Good news, you don't have to become a triathlete to get these effects. The rule of thumb is you want to get 3 to 4 times a week exercise, minimum 30 minutes an exercise session, and you want to get aerobic exercise in. That is, get your heart rate up. Bringing exercise in your life will not only give you a happier and more productive life today, but it will protect your brain from incurable diseases. And in this way, it will change the trajectory of your life for the better.
So, ladies and gents, that was a video that I watched on TED Talk, and I really, I couldn't wait to share it with everyone. So again, I think it's so important that every single day, 4 or 5 days a week, in fact, not every day, 4 or 5 days a week, get some exercise in. I promise you, it'll help you a lot. Where you're sitting on Zoom, I know a lot of the leaders are on Zoom all the time, and I get it. And trust me, it burns you out. But one thing that you've got to do is really, because for us, it's not just about improving you as leaders financially. Listen, there's no point having all the money in the world and being the richest person in a hospital. There's no point being the richest person in a cemetery. There's no point being the richest person, in a mental clinic. God forbid. It's all about having finances, but also being there and enjoying it long enough so you can actually enjoy it. But how do you do that? Is by taking care of your health. I'm telling you, don't fall into the trap. Remember, I began this, this training with, are you advancing or you're maintaining? Put out that mediocre, attitude where you say, I'm just going to maintain my weight. I'm just going to maintain and see what I can do during this pandemic. I'm just going to see. No, forget the maintaining. It's about advancing. It's about you want to leave this lockdown by people looking at you saying, my goodness, it was like the gym was open for you, right? That's what you want people saying. But the way to do that is start now. You can go jogging outside. There's so many things you could do. Honestly, health really is wealth. That is the real wealth. So it's very, very important for us. You're going to see us through the years. We're going to be very, very encouraging to you in any ways. I promise you, listen, we'll say it as it is. We will never tell you what you want to hear. We'll tell you what you need to hear. We'll say, hey, listen, when we're on a retreat together, we'll tell you, hey, listen, you need to muscle up. You need to do this. We'll just tell you more than just, hey, listen, go and make money. No, we'll tell you everything in these 4 quadrants. If we can help you improve, absolutely 100%, we will. Thank you, everyone. Have a great remainder evening. God bless you all.